Nowadays, it seems the big budget games are all that are made. While the AA studios are being bought out by bigger companies, it can feel like every game is a high budget, super intricate affair, and who has time for that? But as a lifelong gamer, I am here to tell you that there are plenty of games you don't have to dedicate your life to understand and enjoy. There are so many games out there to help relax or stimulate your mind, and you don't have to be a hardcore gamer to enjoy them. Hello everyone, it's the Dove here to tell you 5 games non-gamers can enjoy. I could easily just make this list by saying all puzzle games, that's it, but everyone would hate that video, so I am not going to do that. I'm also not going to say just by this publisher, but Devolver Games has a great history and they make some fantastic games that are simple yet really enjoyable. Cult of the Lamb was one of them, and Death's Door is another. Now, while both could make the list, I gave it to Death's Door for a simple reason. Just pure simplicity. It has simple controls, it focuses on combat and just rudimentary puzzles, and it calls back to the days of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and has a beautiful art style that works in a dark yet funny world that they created. The character build is simple, 4 categories to work on throughout the game. And the bosses are simple but still challenging at times. They make you plan out your attacks, but if you're really having trouble, the game has AI levels that you can choose from to make things a little bit simpler. The levels keep things changing so you don't feel like you are just replaying the same thing. There are new mysteries all over, and the game doesn't just tell you what to do. So just figuring out what you are trying to accomplish is part of the puzzle and really part of the fun. Challenging and equally rewarding, but at the heart, just a good old top-down adventure game with simple controls. Death's Door available on PlayStation, PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Do you ever wish you could go back to the 90s arcades and replay some of those great cabinet games, but in the comfort of your own home? Well, Shredder's Revenge gives you that chance. The game recreates the old Konami Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that was so popular in the 90s. The game didn't try to overdo the recreated graphics and really hit a good sweet spot of cartoon meets pixel art. It really reminds you of how bright all those old games were, but makes it really pleasing to the eye. The controls are simple. Jump and attack. The levels are just side-scrolling affairs where you beat up the bad guys who are attacking you. Pretty simple premise, but that's probably why they called it a beat-em-up game. And it's really fun to play. The game now has saving, so you have a chance to actually beat it if you want to. Trying to finish games prior to saves was a true bitch. I am very thankful the reboot saw an opportunity to bring the game into the new era with that feature in mind. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Great game available on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC if you want that blast from the past. Number 3, Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. The 9th version of Ratchet and Clank brought to you by Insomniac Games, and they killed it. This platformer/action shooter may look complicated, but underneath it is all about having fun. Some of the weapons you shoot are automated and auto-targeting, so you don't have to be a perfect shot or General Patton to do well. The weapons themselves are just so unique and fun to use, just seeing them in action is half the fun. Moving around the multiple planets is also a real blast. There are a lot of cool looking levels and enemies vary enough to keep things really interesting. The humor is there to keep things light. It is cartoony and over the top, but definitely it all adds to the atmosphere of the game. It is a welcoming universe that has challenges there if you want it, and if not, that's cool too. Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart, available on PS5 and PC. Number 2, Untitled Goose Game. This is a simple little puzzle game that some would call a puzzle stealth game. If you haven't seen my Hitman review, I'm not surprised. Todd and Jefferson are the only ones who really watched it. But the Untitled Goose Game has a lot of similar mechanics to Hitman, just simplified a whole lot and without all the murder and mayhem and what have you. You are a goose just trying to get through a town and, get through life, frankly. Each area is its own level, and you just have to figure out how to traverse the area and move to the next one. There are little tasks you have to accomplish along the way, but really you are just being a prick the whole game. Move objects to mess with the AI and see what they do in response. then try to do something else. It is so simple, yet so damn amusing. My wife and I played this for a whole weekend just seeing the different ways we could mess with people. The simplicity makes this game great. It is just nice to be a jerk sometimes and not have any consequences. Untitled Goose game on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC, and Mac. And number 1, Tetris Effect Connected. Pick any Tetris game, frankly, if you want. They're all great. They're just a fantastic way to relax, but still challenge your mind at the same time. The most recent installment, Tetris Effect Connected, brings the brilliant puzzle game to life with some truly stunning visual and audio effects. And I mean it. This is a scene, man. For those THC enthusiasts, this game could really stand out. Wink, wink. The music and sound effects change with each button press, and different actions change the background as well. It can be distracting at times, but it's so beautiful. It is a trip to be seen by anyone who enjoys a good puzzle game. This has stood the test of time for a good reason. The base game, Tetris, is just great. It's great. Not much needs to be added to it, but Tetris Effect Connected really did a great job, and it just knocks it out of the park. The visuals and audio effects really make this classic game pop. You need to see it, and you need to enjoy it, and you don't have to be a hardcore gamer to do so. It's available on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and PC. If you like this video, folks, leave a comment or hit the like button, subscribe if you'd like, and we'll bring you more content just like this. Until next time, this is the Dove.